I've never been afraid in my life while I work, but now I think...
this is what gets you?
Yep. So we'll just see, I guess.
As long as I don't cry this episode, we should be good.
Wait, you've cried before?
Both times, yeah.
Welcome back to Westfield Hot Ones, episode 3, where we have hot questions and even hotter guests. We are with Officer Velasquez. How's it going?
Well, it was good until I came in here. So now we just gotta, I guess, jump in and see what we got. Lemony.
Yeah, you can really taste the lemon.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just judging food at this point.
Yes.
So what kind of made you pursue law enforcement?
Well, so I grew up in a very violent city in Mexico. And the police, the people that you expected to protect you from it, were actually very corrupt. I would see a lot of people that were afraid of the police. And after transitioning from Mexico to the United States, I lived in an area that was very poor as well. And I started to see similar patterns that I kind of wanted to get involved and see how I could come in as a police officer and start to change that picture itself. And I thought of ways that I could help out the community. I've always been very community outreach oriented. And I thought that was one of the ways in which that image would change. And I like the idea of arresting people as well, but not so much. I rather try to help people rehabilitate themselves instead of putting them in jail right now.
So is that kind of why you're a student resource officer, to try to help out the kind of where it starts?
Yeah. So when I was in middle school, it was very good.
Yeah,
this was really good.
Pretty good.
When I was in middle school, I was a very angry kid, and I felt that not a lot of people believed in me. But there was a school resource officer that would always look out for me. So when I became a police officer, I actually worked with them in South Bend. And then I transferred down here and I got the position as a school resource officer, and I called him and I was like, hey, I'm a school resource officer. And he goes, he kind of knew that's what I would end up doing at some point. Yeah.
Nice.
That was actually probably the best answer that I've gotten from that.
Y'all hear that? You can see the little pieces of pepper flakes.
Yeah.
That's like a bomb ready to go off in your mouth, right?
These are pretty tangy.
It's really good.
It's a good kick to it. Not so bad.
How does COVID kind of change the way you go about your job and your personal life, in that matter?
So as a police officer, we've really been impacted because, we interact with the public all the time, whether it's through a traffic stop or if you're calling the police for help. So we've taken a lot of measurements to make sure that, precautionary measurements to make sure that we're keeping ourselves safe as well. So if you were to call the police for something that is not an emergency, we put you through a line of questions to see if you've been exposed recently. Is it hot, Gabe?
A little bit, yeah.
What about you?
I don't feel it yet.
So anyways, so if you answer yes to the questions that you've been exposed, then we won't send an officer. What we'll do is we'll just typically just have you call over the phone and take the report that way. Unless if we need to collect any evidence and stuff like that, then we'll go to your house, obviously. I've taken it seriously. This is something that is killing people. A lot of families are losing loved ones, so I try to make sure that I keep within those guidelines and limits to make sure that I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm potentially hurting myself or my family. Now, on the personal level, it does suck to not be able to do the things that we would normally do. But the way I look at it is long term. Is it gonna be for a couple more months or a year compared to if I was to die from it and not ever do it again? But I think I'm learning to live with it. I'm learning to adapt and continue to move on. Try to be more positive about it, I guess.
So, COVID has affected us for like, over a year now, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And especially being around younger generations and having a younger kid, how are you kind of telling them to manage with everything that's going on?
I think if I were to give an advice, make sure you're at least being open-minded, and also try to keep an open communication with not only your parents, but here the people at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know how you truly feel. So often we're asked the question, and I talk to kids about this, but we're asked, how are you doing? And what's our automatic response? Okay, or we're doing good, right? But are you actually really doing good to a point where you would want to talk to somebody about how you're truly doing? So if you're open about it and want to talk to somebody, that way we know where you're truly at and where your true location, to make sure that we're able to help you out as much as we can.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing pretty good, actually.
Are you? Gabe, how are you doing with the wings?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm doing good.
All right.
you filled your milk there.
This is where the tables turn.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Gabe, I thought we were friends, man.
After this, you won't be.
I'm gonna have to reevaluate our friendship after this.
You ready?
Yeah.
So, what is one piece of advice that you were told when you were younger that has kind of stuck around? That has kind of stuck around with you till today?
Gabe, one piece of advice is, if you gotta do this again, don't do this to a police officer. My word. All right, hold on. Give me a minute.
No, it's hitting now. No, we're definitely gonna need some milk after that one.
Oh.
So I like two things. I like two sayings. And I was talking to Mr. Nas, and he told me something about his grandfather once told him that we got 2 years to listen and 1 mouth to speak, right? And I like that a lot, because it really gives us an idea that we should listen more than talk, and talk less, right? I think as humans, we try to come up with an answer right away to rebuttal instead of actually taking in everything that you're telling me. And then the other one is, I really like, it ain't the skill of a man, it's the will of a man. So how willing are you to actually make it out of whatever situation that you're in, or how willing are you to seek advice? How willing are you to empower yourself? Gabe, you really did it, man.
I would add on to that, but I'm currently dying.
Is there a hotter level after this?
It's as hot as it gets so far.
There,
Yeah.
at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. With blazing ghost pen.
It almost leaves you wanting more, though.
Does it? I don't know about that one.
This is good.
I mean, thanks for joining us on the. I can't even speak.
Oh no, you're welcome. I really hope this doesn't change the way people view me after that wing.
No,
You
definitely
know, I
not.
feel like I
Definitely
gave my respect around here, but now
Oh no, you just lost all of it.
this is just, I'm still the same, guys. Also, can I clarify something?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's people are going to be wondering, and people have been wondering. Gabe, it's hot. Those are hot, but this hair is real. My hair is curly, believe it or not. Just for those who are wondering.
See, there you have it.
Thanks. Come back next time.